Hi guys, I just wanted to check in. I do have a video here about Lone Duck Campground. I took my nephew there for our, which I'm calling our annual camping trip, but it's only the second time we've gone on a camping trip together. I wanted to take him somewhere that was fun for kids and someplace he could maybe meet somebody to play with and have a good time. Last year we went to Lathrop State Park, which was a lot of fun, but there wasn't a lot of kids there. There wasn't a pool or anything like that. You could swim in the lake there, but he's still learning to swim, so I wanted somewhere that he would have a really good time. I'm just going to show you the map that they gave us at Lone Duck, and then we'll get into the video and kind of talk about our experience there. I really like the Colorado Springs area. It's really beautiful. It is still along the Front Range though, so you are going to be getting a lot of people that are camping. It's going to be busy. This campground is really close to Garden of the Gods and the top of Pikes Peak, or I'm sorry, it's at the base of Pikes Peak. So you are going to get a lot of people going there for that reason. It is also close to Cheyenne Mountain Zoo, which we did go to for the day, which was a lot of fun, and I'll show you some pictures of that in the video. Let me show you real quick the map that they gave. This was the map that we got. We stayed in Site 44, which, as you see, is down here along the river. They do have a fishing pond here, as well as a pool, a playground. There is a splash pad in the pool as well. They have a game room, showers, laundry facility, gift shop. Overall, was a really pleasant stay. This is a good place if you want to have a place for your children to play. It is nice because there are a lot of trees around and there is a stream. It is close to the highway. As you see right here, Highway 24, you are going to hear highway noise here. But overall, if you stay closer to the stream, you're probably not going to hear it as much as you would if you stayed up near the entrance at one of these sites. The other thing that I did want to mention is they do have these like little cabins that you can stay in. The cabins are not air conditioned, so that is something to think about if you're going to go in the heat. This is in the foothills of Colorado, but it still was pretty warm when we were there. It was in the 80s in June, so something to be aware of. So I just wanted to show you guys that, and let's get started on the video. I picked Finn up on a Sunday and took him for lunch at a local Mexican restaurant in Colorado. It's a chain called Tres Margaritas. He loves tacos, so he had a really good time there. It was down in Colorado Springs. Once we arrived at the campground, Finn wanted to explore, so we parked and we went over to the playground. The playground is right next to this fishing pond. You can pay to fish here. You do have to keep what you catch, and I believe it's by the fish, so you just want to check with the front desk before you start fishing in it. This is the lodge where the bathrooms and showers are, and this is what the playground looks like. As you can see, Finn might be getting a little too tall for this playground, but he had a good time. The playground is a hard gravel, so if you do have younger kids, you might want to keep an eye on them, just because it's not a soft landing off of these slides. Just a word of caution. But he did play over here several times, and a bunch of kids came over later and played over here as well. It's right next to the pool. There's a taller one over there, Finn. One of the nice things about this campground is there are a lot of trees, and it does feel like you're more in a forest kind of setting, even though it's a campground and it's right next to the highway. As you'll see here, it is peaceful, which is nice. You can hear the highway, but you can kind of tuck yourself back in the trees depending on which spot you want to be in. We did visit the pool on Sunday and Monday. They had the pool closed on Monday during the day because they were cleaning it, The maintenance person told me that they often do clean the pool on Mondays, so it can be closed all day. Just so you're aware, if you're going to come and spend like during the week here, you may have a time where the pool's not open for several hours and you just have to chill. Finn did get in the creek a few times. I don't know if you're really allowed to get into the creek, but he kind of played over there in the creek for a little bit and I just watched him. We were right next to it, and then we played some boggle and we had some hot dogs for dinner. Finn, what are we having for dinner tonight at the campsite?
Dogs.
Dogs?
Hot dogs.
You like hot dogs?
Hot dogs.
All right, come on, Steve. This was a really easy dinner to make, and honestly it was the only time I cooked dinner because the next night we met people that were right parked next to us, and they made hamburgers, invited us over to hang out with them, so we did. While we were there, there was a full moon, and this is just a look around the campsite. This was on a Sunday evening, and this was how many people were there. I would say it was about 3/4 full in the middle of June, so you definitely do have to reserve your spot here in advance. I'm showing you spots 45, 46, 47, 48. These are over by the stream, and then that is the lodge, and then you'll see some of those cabins that I'm looking back on there, and our spot, which was 44. As you'll notice, all the trees around here. Bring your bug spray in the summer. You're definitely going to need it. There is a fire pit and a picnic table at each site, and at this time there was not a fire ban. We didn't light a fire this night. I did get some firewood, but I ended up not using it. They do sell firewood up at the front desk area as well if you do want to have a fire, and they have some little fire starters and stuff like that if you need it. This is Finn's setup when he travels with me. We fold the front bed down, and we put out, my parents actually got him that little lantern to have, and he has this, I don't remember what these things are called, like tunies or something. It plays music for kids at night, and he really likes classical music, he told me, so he listened to some classical music, which was relaxing in the evening. And I also had his water bottle there and filled it up for him. I want him to be comfortable when he goes camping with me, just so that he wants to go back camping. Overall, the first night he was a little bit unsettled, but after the pool and the second day and meeting a friend, he crashed out. So that's good. I think he may be able to do some longer trips at some point. I'm looking forward to that as he gets older. This is the game room that is up in the lodge that they have. There's pinball machines, arcade games, so bring quarters if you have kids. There was a lot of games that were out of order, but it looked like they may be fixing them or restoring them. There's a little cafe area in here. They sell ice creams and snacks. The bathrooms are tucked over there with showers. They have coffee here in the morning as well. Okay, for your worldwide cruise. Here we are at the pool. This was the second day we were there, and it was around dinner time, and everybody kind of just left, which was nice. So there's only a few kids in there playing. But it isn't a big pool, but it felt like it was adequate for the amount of people that were staying at the campsite. And they do have that roped off. It does slope down to the deep end, so smaller kids or kids that might not be as good at swimming can stay in front of the rope, which is nice. I got in several times and swam. There was a lot of adults around. There is not a lifeguard, so just watch your kids if you are going to be in the pool area. All right, docked for the catering. And tell me what you thought of the Lone Duck Campground. What were your thoughts?
Okay. So let's start at 0 stars. Okay, pool plus 3 stars. Creek plus 1 star. Actually feels like you're in the wilderness, another star. So 5 stars total.
You liked it here?
Yep.
Okay, good.
And another 5 stars because, well, this is a very nice place.
Yeah. You had a good time?
So it's 10 stars out of 10.
Okay.
10 out of 10.
Yay, camping.
So,
You come again?
yeah, I'll definitely come again. And I like how they have internet.
Yeah, they do have internet.
But,
He's got his tablet, as you can see.
but if you're in your RV, you gotta get a jetpack or something. Because
Okay, say bye,
the
guys.
internet isn't strong inside. Bye everybody. And anybody who's watching this. That's a big tree.
When we left the campground, we went to Cheyenne Mountain Zoo. We took the tram to the top just so we could kind of get an overview of the zoo. I definitely recommend this zoo. It's one of the nicest ones that I've ever been to, and it didn't feel crowded. It is a lot of walking. You kind of have to go up a hill and down a hill, but it is very interactive and really fun for kids and adults, actually. But I do recommend you buy your ticket in advance. The people that did not buy their ticket in advance had to wait an extended time to get into the zoo. Other things in the area that I feel are worth going on are the Cog Railway, which starts in Manitou Springs, goes to the top of Pikes Peak, and also Garden of the Gods. Those are beautiful. Finn and I ended with some Del Taco, and he fell asleep as soon as we got back on the road to Denver, and we had a really great time. Thanks so much for watching, guys. We'll see you in the next video.